The Biden campaign this morning returned to an active crime scene. The sub-zero Manhattan courthouse, where Democrats have been pinning Trump down with a political ankle monitor. The criminal brought with him his co-conspirators, old men in black. Punchy Bobby De Niro, wearing a mask, still trying to slow the spread of populism.
Robert De Niro, there's something about being a star where you think your opinion's more important than anybody else's, and you can go give a press conference, and he obviously has been very vocal from 2016 that he hates Trump for whatever reason. Maybe they have some personal thing.
You think Trump ever threw a punch himself or took one? This guy who ran and hid in the White House bunker when there were protesters outside?
Robert De Niro walked into what looked like another big political moment, but it quickly turned into a public disaster. Joe Rogan and Jesse Watters tore into the Hollywood legend, saying the actor once known for calm, powerful roles now comes across angry and out of control. His courthouse appearance for the Biden campaign sparked backlash, with critics calling it messy and embarrassing. Fans who admired him in classics like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull are now wondering how one of Hollywood's most respected stars changed so much.
Powerful man in the world sent an actor who plays a mob boss to intimidate the jury before deliberations. Watch.
The Twin Towers fell just over here, just over there. This part of the city was like a ghost town.
Press conferences. Now everyone's heckling him everywhere he goes.
That's so bad.
Like instead of just being this cranky old liberal, now you're this guy that is yelling at other people that are Trump supporters, and they're yelling at you. Like you've opened yourself up to this nonsense. Like, why?
Gentlemen in this world, the Democrats, you are gangsters. You are gangsters.
Now every movie you go to, 50% of the population is going to not want to go see that movie.
What made this moment stand out was how badly the political stunt backfired. Joe Rogan argued that Robert De Niro's public appearance exposed a huge gap between the tough, calm characters he played on screen and the way he acted in real life. Rogan said the actor, who once played cool-headed legends, now seems angry and emotional during political debates. He also pointed out how tired many people are of celebrities lecturing the public about politics, saying De Niro's constant political outbursts may be hurting the legacy he spent decades building.
Biden made an actor read a script in Lower Manhattan saying his opponent is worse than 9/11. And then the actor slipped and went off script and admitted he's trying to scare you. In politics, you can't admit you're trying to scare voters. It's not the movies. But watch what happens when there is no script.
What's your response to Republicans who say you're running on January 6th because you can't run on Biden's record?
I'd say that's absolutely absurd.
The best thing for people in Hollywood that are entrenched in that world is to shut the because as soon as they start talking, people, like as soon as Robert De Niro starts talking, I'm like, Jesus, get that microphone away from him so I can enjoy Taxi Driver.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't want to hear. I love De Niro. I love those mob movies. It's like
I don't want to hear him that he's a moron. I don't want to hear him talking about politics and about Trump supporters, and just shut the up, man.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't think this through. Like, this is, and he's getting yelled at. He's doing an outside press conference. Like, Robert, you're 80 years old. Don't ruin this thing. You've had this life where you were a raging bull. You know, you were in The Godfather. Like, stop doing this.
Man.
Don't do this.
What made Joe Rogan's criticism hit so hard was that it sounded more disappointed than angry. He said Robert De Niro was ruining the quiet, powerful image that made fans love his movies in the first place. Rogan argued that the actor now acts nothing like the calm, tough characters he once played on screen. Meanwhile, Jesse Watters took a more brutal approach, turning the whole situation into a comedy roast. He mocked the idea of using a Hollywood celebrity to influence voters, saying the political stunt completely backfired. Instead of looking strong or convincing, De Niro ended up becoming the punchline.
He is the most boring interview. He used to sell his movies on Leno and Letterman, and it was like watching a WNBA game. You just were bored to death. All of a sudden, Trump became president, and he started saying things, I want to punch the president in the face. You know, he's a crooked piece of... And then all of a sudden, De Niro became interesting during his media tours. And that's the only way now he can get publicity for his film, is by cursing and saying whatever he says the movie's Ezra. So I guess
it seemed that she locked up because she's a complete and total idiot. That's not.
She's in a pretty contest.
Not only, but that's not just that, dude. Anybody could get locked up like that. You're on stage in front of people with TV cameras pointed at you. You've never experienced that in your life, and you have a panic attack. It doesn't mean you're an idiot, and that's also Robert De Niro.
Jesse Watters kept pushing the criticism further, mocking the huge difference between Robert De Niro's tough movie image and the way he acts in public today. Watters argued that the actor who once played fearless gangsters now struggles to handle criticism without becoming emotional. He also called De Niro out for speaking about everyday Americans while living a wealthy celebrity lifestyle far removed from normal people. Watters claimed the actor's political appearances seem more focused on staying in the spotlight than genuine activism. According to him, every public rant and controversial moment feels like an attempt to stay relevant as Hollywood attention fades. He even joked that De Niro acts like he's still performing a role, turning political speeches into dramatic performances instead of authentic conversations.
Election coming up in November. How do you decide who you're voting for?
The economy.
Whoever tells it how it is.
I think about who's better looking.
How handsome am I, right? How handsome?
Actor Robert De Niro says you must vote for Joe Biden or else.
Or else.
Or else what?
Or else the country is going to be destroyed.
We're in great shape now, right? We're doing great.
It might be destroyed.
Was the country destroyed the first time?
It was on the verge, yes.
How?
Well, it's a secret.
Never rat on your friends. And always keep your mouth shut.
I think I might vote for Joe Biden if Robert De Niro said it. I'm not gonna lie, he's one of my favorite actors.
If he pays me, I don't know, $1 million.
Where's the money? All you should be asking Robert De Niro about is two things: awesome movies and divorce.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me what happened to you.
I would love to ask
with
about
the
that.
divorce. Tell me what happened if you want to talk about it, and tell me what happened to you with these awesome fucking movies. I don't need to know jack shit about his politics.
Well, he doesn't. That's the thing. He just tells you he feels a way. That's all he's got to say.
Yeah, but it's almost unfair to have a guy like that on a public show and talk to him about politics.
Do you know what it reminds me of? When
The biggest issue, according to critics, is that Robert De Niro's political appearances feel more like movie scenes than real conversations. Instead of sounding natural or sincere, his speeches often come across overly dramatic and carefully staged. The intense expressions, the angry delivery, the emotional pauses, it all feels more like a performance than genuine political passion. What works in a Hollywood film doesn't always work in real life, and many people felt his courthouse appearance proved that. Both Joe Rogan and Jesse Watters argued that De Niro seemed to be acting out a role instead of speaking honestly from the heart. They said audiences can easily tell the difference between authentic emotion and theatrical delivery, and that De Niro's speeches fall heavily into the performance category. The more dramatic he becomes, the less believable he appears to many viewers. Critics also said the situation exposed what they see as a larger problem with Hollywood political activism. De Niro speaks as if he fully understands the struggles of ordinary Americans. Yet he lives a wealthy lifestyle far removed from the problems most families face every day. The actor who built his career playing working-class characters now faces criticism for sounding disconnected from the very people he claims to represent.
Excuse me. You a gangster. You're washed up.
And then they have a protest of Robert De Niro yesterday as a fool. He's a broken down fool standing out there, and he got maggot. He got maggot yesterday. He got a big dose of it.
Donald Trump popping off on the Biden campaign's De Niro stunt, which bombed harder than Robert's last 5 movies. The actor was outside the Trump courthouse, letting his undiagnosed Trump derangement syndrome get the best of him. And even the liberal media was embarrassed.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't think this through. Like, this is, and he's getting yelled at. He's doing an outside press conference. Like, Robert, you're 80 years old. Don't ruin this thing. You've had this life where you were a fucking raging bull. You know, you were in The Godfather. Like, stop doing this.
Man.
Don't do this.
I'm terrified to meet some of those people I looked up to now.
You should be.
I mean, like,
I've met a few of them, and it's actors in particular, because their whole business is pretend. Their whole business is pretend. You know, one of the things about guys like Theo or comedians, you run into comedians, their business is the opposite of pretend. Their business is just being a real person talking shit.
Yeah.
The professional shit talkers.
Yeah.
You know, having fun, being silly, talking shit about things. And actors are not that. They're weird people, man.
Critics say the hypocrisy becomes even harder to ignore when you look at Robert De Niro's recent career. While his newer movies haven't had the same impact as his classic films, his political appearances have become louder and more extreme. To many people, it feels like he's using controversy to stay relevant as his Hollywood influence fades. Both Joe Rogan and Jesse Watters pointed this out directly, arguing that De Niro seems increasingly disconnected from the everyday struggles of ordinary Americans. Their criticism wasn't just about politics, it was about credibility. People questioned why a multi-millionaire celebrity living far from normal economic pressures should lecture working-class families about how to think or vote. That frustration, critics argue, reflects a much larger backlash against Hollywood political activism that has been building for years. For many viewers, De Niro's courthouse appearance became a symbol of that growing divide between celebrities and the public. Rogan approached it from a calmer angle, focusing on authenticity and honest discussion, while Watters attacked it more aggressively, mocking what he saw as Hollywood arrogance and elitism. Even though their styles are different, both tapped into the same feeling shared by many Americans: exhaustion with wealthy celebrities constantly stepping into politics and talking down to ordinary people.
This entire thing was not a great idea.
Step away from celebrities. I don't think it helps. I think it kind of almost, in a weird way, sometimes backfires. Oh, those liberal Hollywood elites, and they're well-intentioned, and Robert De Niro is well-intentioned, but I think staying away from the courthouse would have been the best thing.
Morning Mika was taken aback by the raging tool and tried to get the Biden camp to backtrack.
The best thing for people in Hollywood that are entrenched in that world is to shut the because as soon as they start talking, people as soon as Robert De Niro starts talking, I'm like, Jesus, get that fucking microphone away from him so I can enjoy Taxi Driver.
Together, they reflect the shift in how people view celebrity political opinions. The idea that being a great actor automatically makes someone an authority on politics is fading fast, and moments like Robert De Niro's courthouse appearance only sped that up. More and more people now see actors for what they are: performers, not experts in policy or economics. In the aftermath, even some sympathetic media outlets struggled to defend the situation, with a few quietly distancing themselves from it. When your own side hesitates, it usually signals real damage. The impact also goes beyond politics. Some movie fans who never cared about De Niro's opinions are now less interested in supporting his work. Part of what makes films powerful is forgetting the actor and believing the character. But when an actor becomes strongly tied to controversy, that illusion becomes harder to maintain. Critics like Joe Rogan argued that this is the real cost of his political involvement. He's blurred the line between performance and personal belief, and in doing so, made his own legacy harder to enjoy. Meanwhile, Jesse Watters took a harsher view, saying the backlash shows how badly the moment backfired. Now, every new appearance or project will likely be viewed through that lens. What was meant to be a strong political statement has instead become a lasting controversy, turning a celebrated actor into a cautionary example of how quickly public perception can shift.